Live from the Big Beefy Man Cave in New Bedford, Massachusetts. This is the YouTube channel vlog show in which video games, flash game show gameplays, along with sports and wrestling news are the norm. This is the YouTube channel vlog show of positivity, good times, and fun. This is Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. And now, here's the host of the show, the perpetrator of these shenanigans, Big Beefy E himself, Mr. Eric M. Lima. Hello, everyone, and thank you, Mr. Announcer, for that lovely intro. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your perpetrator of shenanigans of 1977, Mr. Eric Lima. You're watching Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977, episode 145 of the show. And that's right, and hope you guys are having a wonderful day. It's a beautiful Thursday afternoon, 1:37 p.m., 63 degrees here in New Bedford. And it is November the 10th, 2022, 2 weeks away from Thanksgiving, folks. So, 2 weeks away from eating the turkey, eating the trimmings, and eating everything there is. You know what I'm saying? We had a whole lot of fun. I don't know what to do. I don't know what we're going to do in 2 weeks from Thanksgiving, but I know I might have to work Thanksgiving morning at the mall. But then again, who knows for sure what's going to happen. Maybe I'd had one Thanksgiving off since starting working there, and because of a scheduling mistake. But we will see. We shall 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 see. So yeah, a lot of stuff, a lot of craziness has been happening as of late, and we're trying. 2022 has been a crazy year, very insane year. Sometimes, albeit not so good year for me. But, however, I'm still trying to soldier on, and that's the most important thing right now. Now, I'm going to try to do this, all right? So, we're going to talk about what happened on AEW Dynamite last night, the 9th of November, in Boston, Massachusetts. No, I didn't go to the event, unfortunately. But, 8-man tag to kick off. The Acclaimed and FTR, who's been having all the tag team gold. FTR holding the Ring of Honor IWGP and the AAA Tag Team Championship, while the Acclaimed are the current AEW Tag Team Champions against the Gun Club of Austin Colton Gunn from the Firm, and Swerve and Our Glory. That would be Keith Lee and Swerve Strickland. But before the match even started, Billy Gunn made a beeline towards Swerve Strickland. Everybody had to separate these two. Billy Gunn went to the back as a result. And in the end, though, the matchup, after a crazy matchup, FTR Acclaimed did win the matchup. All right. Now, MJF visited Pardon My Take, which is a wrestling podcast, and MJF was asked about the matchup against Jon Moxley at Full Gear, where MJF has cashed in his casino chip that he won in the casino ladder match battle royal for a shot at the AEW title, and MJF he cut one of the most passionate promos ever. He says, "Listen, I may not like you. You may act like a scumbag and all that, but I respect you and what you do in the ring." It did, this gun, and this promo that was cut by MJF. It shows that he does want the title. He wants it. MJF does want this championship so badly he can taste it, and I gotta respect MJF for that. And listen, MJF can make fun of me all he wants, but he knows for sure that I respect him. And I can tell you one thing, he's 24, 25 years old. He's a young kid, and I think, listen, the future is bright with MJF. No matter what happens next year or the beginning of 2024, we'll see what happens. But right now, MJF, I feel that he is ready to take that title off Moxley. I like Moxley, got a lot of respect, and so you gotta, so yeah, respect MJF, hashtag that. That's all I'm gonna say. Stokely Halfway cut a promo on MJF saying, "Hey, listen, I'm on my own, and I'll see you in HE double hockey sticks." Looks like Stokely Halfway is so ticked off in MJF still. And then they got the World Title Eliminator in the first round matchup of the World Title Eliminator matchup, because whoever wins that will get a shot at the title at Winter is Coming. Eddie Kingston went one-on-one with Ethan Page, and after an avalanche after an avalanche Ego's Edge. Ethan Page ends up winning the matchup. Renee Paquette interviewed Roosh and Dark Order 10, and Roosh challenged 10. Dark Order number 10, Preston Vance, to a matchup, and then John Silver called him Roosh Bag, and then Roosh was like so hot-headed about it, and everybody had to separate two of them or something like that. So Ari Daivari, the leader of the Trustbusters, decided to put his services as butler in exchange for a title shot against Wardlow for the TNT title. Needless to say, Wardlow comes out, made mincemeat of Ari Daivari after a powerbomb symphony. 1, 2, 3. Wardlow wins the title, retains the title. Wardlow calls out Powerhouse Hobbs, and Wardlow says, "You know what? That's fine. I'll take you on." And he says he'll take every title in this company, and that's what he wants to do. That kind of set Samoa Joe off. Samoa Joe decided to blindside Wardlow with the Ring of Honor Television Championship, knocking him out and putting him in sleep with the Coquina Clutch. Needless to say, Wardlow, you better be careful what you say around Samoa Joe. He'll probably put your lights out faster, son. Next time, man. So Renee Paquette interviews the baddies, a.k.a. Jade Cargill, which the TBS title, which is in the possession of Nyla Rose, will be contested at Full Gear when that TBS title was on the line as Nyla Rose to challenge Jade Cargill. And then Tony Schiavone interviewed Dr. Britt Baker and DMD and Saraya face to face. And then Saraya informed Britt Baker and everybody that she's 100% medically cleared to wrestle. So at Full Gear, and she goes, "You and me at Full Gear." And Dr. Britt Baker tried to attack Saraya, but got dropped. So Lexi Nair interviewed Sanjay Dutt, Jay Lethal, and Satnam Singh. And Sanjay Dutt had Cole Carter, paid Cole Carter off. QT Marshall took the money. He said, "Here you go, kid. Nice job." Hands up a $20 bill, which I think is... So, anyways, then the best friends interrupt them, and then found out that this Friday, tomorrow night at Rampage, Big Shotty Lee Johnson will be challenging Orange Cassidy for the All Atlantic Championship, and Lee Johnson is joined up with the Factory. And Trent Barretta challenges Lethal to a match. And then before the bell, Lethal did attack Barretta from behind. And then as a result of all that, Jay Lethal wins the matchup. And Tony Schiavone interviewed the trio after the matchup, and then Sanjay reintroduced Jeff Jarrett. Jeff Jarrett decided to address Sting and Darby Allin. And it'll be Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethal versus Sting and Darby Allin at Full Gear. And so that will be an interesting matchup. Renee Paquette interviewed Jungle Boy. He says, "You know, I'm going to issue a challenge to Luchasaurus, but we're going to do it face-to-face. I'll talk to you about it on Rampage." Jon Moxley came out with William Regal addressing MJF, and Jon Moxley basically cut another passionate promo. This is what's going to make both. If you hear Moxley and MJF's promos from last night, this is going to be the most interesting matchup, and this is a matchup that could change the course of the AEW if everything goes well. So I'm kind of hoping. A lot of people are hoping that MJF wins the title. Some people will say they'll stop watching AEW if MJF does not win the title. To me, if MJF does not win the title, they need to add an extra layer on this little storyline. If they decide they have to do that. But if MJF wins the title, then this will, either way, an extra layer will be on the storyline of MJF's journey to the championship, in my opinion. So, either way, win or lose, I'm hoping MJF wins, though. I respect Jon Moxley, though, however. I believe it's MJF's time. Bryan Danielson cut a promo on Sammy Guevara because he's been very upset the way he's been treated. And Skye Blue went one-on-one with Jamie Hayter, and knowing that Britt Baker and Rebel will be in the corner of Jamie Hayter, Toni Storm, with her beautiful, gorgeous Marilyn Monroe-style haircut, accompanied Skye Blue to the ring. Jamie Hayter won the matchup, and Toni Storm decided to chase her off after Hayter was about to attack Skye Blue. Brian Cage and Dante Martin are going to go one-on-one at for the world title eliminator matchup at Rampage. And this tomorrow night at Rampage. Alex Marvez went to go interview Ricky Starks about the world title eliminator tournament. But then Lance Archer attacks him and he says that everybody dies. Lance Archer, better watch out. 2 out of 3 falls matchup, Bryan Danielson and Sammy Guevara. First fall, Guevara got himself disqualified on purpose. What's up with that? So Bryan Danielson takes the first fall. The second fall, it was Sammy Guevara, but then the third fall went to Bryan Danielson by submission. I gotta tell you something. I don't know what Sammy Guevara is thinking, and plus he got his lovely bride ejected from ringside. So that is going to be a crazy, crazy situation for sure. And I think Bryan Danielson is determined to beat Jericho for the Ocho, Chris Jericho, for that for the championship, big time. So that's gonna so I personally am thinking that there we go. I'm personally thinking that things are gonna be cooking up with the Ring of Honor Championship that Jericho has. So we'll see what happens here. So that's all the time we have on this show. Episode 145 of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977 has been complete. Next episode, Press Your Luck time. That's right. And I believe Player 2 has been dominant in this one. So I'll see you guys later. You guys have a wonderful day. Until then, Mr. Announcer, please take us home and into the next episode. That is all for today's episode. This is Mr. Lima speaking for Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. A Big Beefy E, do it for Bob Saget Production, and in association with A Sweet Bumbling Bofa Raver Telepictures and Distribution. See you next episode, and have a very blessed day.